Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here at one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap because we're gonna get out of here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Thank you, Sheriff Pounds. And like I said, this is just one of many events that we bring this grill out to help with our communities and get involved. I'm here today at one of our community outreach days with our sound truck. And our sound truck is used for just what you see. We come out to community days, we play loud music, and be able to just have a good time with it and enjoy our community. At a sheriff's office, you get to see us in a little different light. We're not always out there writing tickets or locking people up. We come out to your community day and be a part of your day and help you celebrate your community. And this is just one of the ways that we can do that, was with our sound truck. We're here today in one of our communities. We brought our ice cream truck out. A lot of people like to laugh when I say the sheriff's office owns an ice cream truck, but this is exactly what it's for, is we bring it out to our communities. We give away ice cream. We don't charge for the ice cream. The ice cream is free. And we have partners in our businesses in our community that help pay for the ice cream so that we can give it away for free. And we give it away. We go to schools. This is just one of many events that we bring our ice cream truck to. We go to the school systems. We come out to community days, block parties. We just come out and see you and help you enjoy and celebrate your community. Thank you.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world exposes
Woo! Hey! Hey! Me and Uncle talk. She's corner. Woo! She's corner. Hey! Let me hit him on. She's corner. Talk about, and that's just what we're doing. From mental health to gun violence in a system that is losing. Police brutality, immigration, black business is booming. Education, prison system, corruption keeps on brewing.
Welcome to Coach's Corner, another evening here. I got John Sloan, and I have a special guest today, Miss Patricia, Miss Thomas. We're broadcasting live from Douglasville, Georgia, right here on Roco TV 1061 in Douglasville, Georgia. We have opportunity, 55 million views, opportunities to see our show. This program is sponsored by Island Vibes, located on 922 Eagles Landing Parkway in Stockbridge, Georgia. Again, that's Island Vibes. The sponsor of this program is on 922 Eagles Parkway. Go by, there's a nice Caribbean restaurant there, good food, good service, and ask for the waiter LaShawn Henry. Tell him Coach sent you. He might give you a discount. Also, it's been powered by Jaguars International. And we also have a special announcement. We go on August the 5th, 2023 at McDonough High School. We're throwing a back-to-school rally, cheer back-to-school rally. We want everybody to come out to the community and help support that event. Again, that's August the 5th, 2023 at McDonough High School. Our call-in line is 770-485-7724. Again, that call line is 770-485-7724. Call in. We want to hear your comments tonight. Tonight going to be a hot topic. I got 4 fantastic women on our show tonight. Going to battle me and John tonight, and you know how me and John gets. We don't look back down for no women. What you think, John? We got 4 women battling us tonight.
Man, you gotta stop putting me on the spot. My girl here after I don't back down. I'm in trouble, man. But good evening and welcome to Coach's Corner. My name is John Sloan. Tonight's topic is on human trafficking. If you or anybody you know suffer from involved in human trafficking one way or the other, there's a toll-free number you can call hotline, 1-888-373-7888. Let me give that back to you again, 1-888-373-7888. You know, human trafficking happens in our community as well. Would you be able to recognize it, Coach, if you see human trafficking?
Not really.
You know, it happens in the bus stations, at truck stops, rest areas, all over, you know. It can happen anywhere. What is human trafficking? To me, I did my research and I found it is a recruitment and transportation, transfer, harboring people, sometimes forced. It's about fraud or deception. Also, there are several stages of human trafficking: luring, grooming, gaming, coercion, manipulation, exploration, and recruitment, and it's all done for profits. There are 8 billion people living in the world. In the United States, the population is 332 million living in the United States. Human trafficking is a huge part of human trafficking is a large part of what's going on. Each year, about 17,000 people are brought in as human trafficked. The biggest states involved in human trafficking are Cali, Texas, Florida, New York, and Detroit. That's where you're from, right?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit.
Unbelievable. What do you think about that?
I think you're absolutely correct. I'm going to add some more cities with that because I have the top 10.
Okay.
All right, so we have Washington, Atlanta, Sacramento, California, as you said, Columbus, Ohio, Baton Rouge, Richmond, Virginia, Miami, Orlando, and St. Louis, Missouri.
They're doing it all over, huh?
All over.
Unbelievable.
So a lot of people don't understand, but this is a huge problem that's it's in a lot of communities, and this is a $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
It's a $1 billion industry. A pimp can make anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 a year from one person.
Can I say this one thing
From
to
one
you?
person. Yes.
We did this show about similar to this show about in the beginning of last January, and when you said that, how much money they make, Coach said we're in the wrong business. The phone started lighting up. Boy. He ain't saying
I
this
know
time,
because that's not. It's not a. I mean, I understand. I get the light side of it, but this is a serious issue,
Yes.
and a lot of people take this to heart. So I understand. You know, if you got a lot of flack
Ms.
behind
Thomas,
that.
first of all, tell everybody who you are, and what you do, and how you come about expert in family human trafficking, so everybody can know.
Okay. So my name is Phaedra Thomas. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I'm actually working on my master's. I'm in law enforcement, and I have a nonprofit that's called Self-Made Beauty. We mentor to young girls, and right now our youth. I'm hosting a weekly event for the community every Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. So yeah, my background is in law, and I am really interested in this because a lot of our children they don't understand.
So
what's
where
going
can they
on.
reach you at, and where is it located so people know to come reach out to you at? There's a
Okay.
phone number?
Yes, And I'm hosting it at 400 Annandale Avenue. That's in McDonough, Georgia, 30253. I have a Instagram that you all can follow. It's self_made beauty 2022. I have a website, www.selfmadebeauty.org. So those are the platforms that you can reach me on, Instagram and our website.
But we can continue on with your thoughts on human trafficking and sex
Okay.
trafficking.
All right. So I'm gonna give you a little fact. I have some note cards here because I don't want to leave out anything.
Yes.
You know, it's like when you learn a lot of these things, you get to talking and you forget. Oh, I should have said this or I should have said that. So it's like it was just best for me to go ahead and just have my note cards so that I could give you all some information. Okay. So sex trafficking, it is a global problem. It's not just a statewide thing. It's globally. Georgia is not #1 in sex trafficking, contrary to what other people have said. It's not. We're in the top 10. They just said that we're #1 because of the hub, the airport. 1 in 3 children who run away from home within 48 hours of them running away from home, they get approached by a trafficker. That's 1 in every 3 children. Most common spots, as you said earlier, they are the malls, they are the bus stations. They are the internet, the strip clubs.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Can I make a comment? This reminds me, I'm from New York, right? So we had something called Port Authority. And Port Authority is a bus station. And all the girls and guys used to come through Port Authority running away from home. And this is when the pimps got them. You know, so this reminds me of that because now they took it further. Now they're in the malls. They're on social media. There's all different forms that you can be a part of, not for us, but the people who are doing the sex trafficking, the predators, to be able to meet these people.
Right.
You know, meet these little kids.
These kids, right? Yep.
So what about some of the parents that with these women and kids going out there? Don't you have to be responsible? Some of the parents are responsible for watching their kids as far as them going out and walking the streets. Is the parents reliable for some of these kids going out?
You would think that, but you know, we all know we're living in a different time, different generations. The majority of our children are raising themselves. So they have more freedom than we had as we were coming up. So, I mean, it's different. Times are different.
Yeah, because I was last couple of years in school, these teachers are with these kids now. It's getting off the chain. It wasn't that when me and you was in school, but we wasn't getting approached by women.
You keep saying that like that. You always tell me when we was doing something, man. Like I'm older
You know,
than you.
but now every time you read the newspaper, teachers are molesting these kids right in the school, and kids, and it's getting sadder. It's worse and worse, you know. The other day, I was watching a movie yesterday. It's called Foster Boy. If you ain't watching it, it's a good movie where this boy was getting sexual ever since he was 10 years old and until he got 16. You know what? They knew about it. The foster parents didn't say nothing to them. And because a lot of kids do go to foster homes and get raped, and they turn their shoulder on them, and it's not being reported. And you know that's something that we got to talk to these foster parents.
Let me tell you
All they
something.
want is a check.
They're getting, some of those places get kickbacks for that. You know, they turn their head. But anyway, let me say something. Some of the warning signs of human trafficking, the person appears to be malnourished a little bit. This is coming from different countries now. They show signs of physical and physical injuries and abuse. Also, they avoid making eye contact, you know, and they feel a little jumpy. But you said something about the parents. Most of the people who are targeted are poor. You know, I believe they're poor and single mothers.
That's not true.
Okay,
That's not true.
Okay,
No, that's not true.
You tell me what it is. Okay, I think. Hold up, you got your.
Okay,
shot.
go ahead.
I think most of them are targeted are single mothers who are very poor, looking for. Hold on, let me tell you something. Looking for a better life for their children. So you have predators come in and promise that I'm gonna give you job opportunities. I'm gonna maybe romantically, or I'm gonna make sure that you're gonna be all right. Different reasons, and when you're not feeling right, when you feel about yourself, and you're poor, and people are offering you stuff, and it looks good, you feed into that. But go ahead.
But okay, I'm go ahead. You go ahead, Ms. Thompson.
Yeah, okay, right, because I'm about to get up here with you.
Well, get on there. Let's go.
So let's just, statistics shows that regardless of race, color, nationality, origin, religion, disability, age, gender, sex, all these things, It does not matter. There is no type, no one
I believe
descriptor
that. Yeah. Okay.
that a trafficker will get. You know, you can get the richest of the rich, and so.
That's true.
I should have brought some more stuff, but I just want to say that as far like that's a way, but that's not the way.
You come in here
you know
causing all
what I'm
kind of trouble and
I'm just
controversy.
saying, like, this my thing. Like, I have
Go
a
ahead,
problem
sweetie.
with
Let's
this
do it.
right
I
here.
like that. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah, but just know, like, there's no race, no color.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe that.
Anybody
I
can
go
be
with that.
trafficked, and they're mostly.
Anytime.
There you have
Yeah,
it.
I got that.
Yep.
And so you gotta understand, some of these girls in these schools, they look like grown women.
Well, they do it now off social media as well. You
Right,
know,
right.
Social media is going on, and they get you through the social media too. They I'm gonna promise you this, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna promise you that. And sometimes girls in the house not doing nothing, young girls in their house not doing nothing, and they get a friend. They feel they got a friend, and come on, I'm gonna take you to the mall and buy you this. This is how all this started. That's not how it started happening, but that's a way that it can happen.
That's actually I had a pie chart that
Yeah.
when I went to training for this, it was
Yeah.
a pie chart, and it's tied 36% with friends and social media are the top 2 ways that these young girls are being targeted because their friend, like you said, you know, we always look at these young girls like, oh, she got the newest this, the newest that in school, but you're not working. How you getting this stuff? So that's a red flag to look at. And then you have the older men who picking these young girls up. So they're using their friends to recruit them as well.
Absolutely.
But you gotta look at my point too. If the girls are going home with that on, and parents shouldn't parents be questioning how do they get it?
You would think, but again,
and
this
so-
different time, different parents. You know, a lot of parents, and by me dealing with the youth, as long as these
Right.
kids aren't in their parents' way, a lot of these parents don't know what's going on.
Well,
with
I
their
wanted
children.
to tell you also, some parents have 4 and 5 kids. So basically, the mothers are stuck working every day, doing the right thing, trying to bring home the bacon, and they can't actually monitor their children all the time. And like you just said, we're kind of poor. We don't have all those clothes that my friends have. So if I see my girlfriend, you know, looking with new wares, and I'm asking where you get them from, and she said, come and follow me. That's like the old drug game.
Right.
I'm going to go and follow her so I can get this stuff,
Right.
to get these items. That's just how it goes,
And
man.
you're
That's
correct with your
recruitment.
statement when you said, like, as far as like, her family is on the pie chart at 17% who's actually recruiting these kids as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Our call line number is 770-485-7724. We want to hear your comments about trafficking. What's your opinion about our topic today? This is a big topic around the world. Everybody ignoring it. But we're going back to, go ahead, John. Let's go back to
Yeah, you know, also there's different types of trafficking, you know. There's, I don't know if you understand this, but there's organ trafficking as well. A lot of people in these different countries do organ trafficking because there's billions of dollars
And that as
a
well.
year
Yep.
in this, and what they do. But you know what? Now, maybe you can help me with this. I know that they take lungs and kidneys out. So what do they do when they take the lungs and kidney out of the person? They just die?
That's above me there. That's above
But
me.
I wonder, what do they do? You know,
But I mean, okay, so look, we have a lot of billionaire people. We have a lot of successful, rich people in this world. And these people will pay for anything to have anything.
I got that.
Again, I'm on sex trafficking, but my husband and I, we actually watched a special with selling organs and stuff. Like, that's a very hot commodity.
Of course it
and,
is.
again,
Billions of
that's
dollars.
$1 billion industry
Billion
as
dollar
well.
industry.
So, you know, I just want people to take, just like be more aware of what's going on in the world, because we are, I say, colored blocked to a lot of things, hidden behind a lot of things that's going on.
My next question, how many of these kids children that get snatched, get found? And where do they go when they get found? We got the answer coming on the second half of the show, but
Okay.
how do they find them and how do they track them down? What method we got to track them down?
So that right there, we do have special units in law enforcement as far as federal and local who work on just straight sex trafficking our children. So that's their department. We have a caller.
We got a caller.
All right.
Welcome, Coach's Corner. Hi, man. You're on, caller.
Hey, how's it going? I just wanted to tune in on some of the stuff where they're talking about the sex trafficking and especially the organ trafficking, because
First of all, what's your name?
I'm 100%
What's your name?
around and got a chance to travel around the world.
Excuse me, what's your name?
Demetrius Franklin.
Hey, Demetrius, how you doing? Come on, kick it, man.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we see is like when you have your designation on your licensing, like, and you get into a car accident, you get into certain other things, those people are more than likely to be able to stop the whole it's a whole black market. You go to Dubai, you go to certain other places around the country, around different countries, they have, different, it's like how you target market other things. They target market to certain people and certain things because they understand how much a melanin costs. They understand how much, how you have animals and stuff like that they literally, I traffic those organs and seeing what mates with a human being. So, I feel like that, especially being here in the entertainment industry and being certain things, because like you start seeing all of these different random shootings, random things, and random stuff, understand body counts that these people be wanting. So that right there can be able to tie into a lot of this stuff that y'all are talking about as well. And as far as the sex trafficking thing as well, is that influencers on social platforms right now, Instagram, Twitter, biggest thing, and the new thing is Twitch now, is that they're targeting, the new thing is Twitch. It's
I
Twitch.
didn't know that.
And so, and they're targeting, basically the 14 or the 14 to 21-year-olds for, those exportations. Because if you go over to England, you go over to certain other countries, the legal age of consent is totally different. So what you got here is 17, 18, depending on what state you in. Well, over there you got like 14 to 16, what I'm saying? So you're and when you're on social media, you're not just touching local, you're touching international. So you got these guys that would be catfishing other women's accounts, acting like they're another woman, acting like they're another. They next thing know, you think you're gonna go meet up with some homegirls, go meet up with somebody like that, and then next thing you know, you done caught yourself into a situation where now you're on a flight somewhere.
No, you're absolutely right. That's very enlightening. I didn't know that. I didn't know that word, but you broke it down. Wow, that's great. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Demetrius, you're absolutely correct with everything that you just spoke on.
It's just because I got a wife, I got two daughters and stuff like that, and those are the ones that I got a 9-year-old daughter, I got a 2-year-old daughter, and it's just like those are the things that as a dad that we look at, because it's like when you can't really help with girls being too revealing nowadays just because of the tight pants, tight things, everything showing the beauty of a woman, You know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, it's like how we used to do it when we were younger. It's like, hey, y'all traveling packs. Y'all travel together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't hey, if your homegirl is sketchy about going to go a meetup or go something, hey, just go up there and be in the car and just wait until she get an okay. Send locations off. You know what I mean? Because on iPhone and on Android, you can be able to share locations and send locations.
Demetrius, you got about 5 more seconds to kind of wrap this up, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, those are just some of the things that I've seen because I coach ball and I've been in around, in certain organizations. And I just feel like that's a way that, can kind of stop some of this stuff.
We appreciate your calling, man. Okay, it was very enlightening. I know people understand everything that you're saying. And thank you again. And you can call in whenever you get ready, okay?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Demetri. All right.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad that about our government still, they can spend $1 million to go find a ship, but can't spend $1 million to find these kids.
Yeah.
Scientifically, technology can find a ship, but we can't find these kids. Maybe they don't want to be found. It's not just saying the government. I say the government got something to do with the making money. It's about
Can I say something to you? And this is real. It's all about kickbacks.
Yeah.
It's all about kickbacks.
Yeah, sure, right.
They want to find them. Now, let me tell you this also. That children are targeted in the welfare system. They targeted in juvenile justice. They targeted the runaways and the homeless people. They all targeted there. People just sit back and watch what's going on, and this is why they say, "I'm gonna offer you this. You can have a better life if you let me help you." And it's crazy. But again, just like in the criminal justice system, any other system, there's kickbacks, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can you send a man to the moon and you can transfer millions of dollars in a matter of seconds, but you can't find these kids?
All right, so I'm gonna give you some facts real quick just on Atlanta. All right, so one of the major hubs because of the airport is Atlanta. Underground sex trafficking. Mayor Dickens did a interview not too long ago, and he said Atlanta makes $300 million a year just on sex trafficking.
Wow.
Atlanta is the highest trafficking for Hispanic females. And lastly, over 100 juvenile girls are exploited each night in Atlanta. These are just facts for
How many?
Atlanta. 100, over 100
And
a
so
night.
you telling me that all the resources we have here in Atlanta and in our state, we can't stop or even contain this traffic. That's what's sad
Right.
about the whole situation.
Right. You know,
You
and
can train drug dealers, you can train
Right.
pimps, you can do murderers, but you can't control and contain sex.
How much money you said is involved?
just from Atlanta, it's $300 million a year.
You think they want to stop that? They get kickbacks.
Yeah.
I keep saying that. They
Yeah,
not,
because
they
I'm like,
get-
how are you getting these numbers?
Right.
But you said,
You know?
we vote the people in office,
Right.
and we know they're getting kickbacks, but we steady voting them in, even though we know they're doing dirt. And how many politicians I know, I hear every day, what politicians doing something around here, but you know what they're doing? They still voting them back in.
Yep.
So I mean, everybody's getting kickbacks, or everybody gets,
I'm not saying everybody. There are a lot of politicians that's getting kickbacks. Or, you know, you got to understand who makes the laws. Who makes the laws? And politicians make the laws, and they know how to break the laws so they don't get in trouble. You know, and that's
Smart.
the bottom line is, man. That's what it is, man. You keep saying, why can't we stop them? So we have to be more involved. Everybody got to be more involved in the community and making
Exactly.
decisions. I just can't vote for you because you black or you white or I know your uncle. I can't.
Qualifications.
I got to vote. What have you done? You said something before.
Right.
What have you
Right.
done for this
Right.
community?
and you know,
What is your record?
That's right. What you
When
done-
it's not time for voting.
That's right. What have you done before you got in office?
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
Who said that?
And you know
Who
what?
said that?
Janet Jackson. A woman.
And you know, again, I call the line 770-485-7724. We're going to go on break, but we're going to find out where these kids go or when they get caught and where they go, where is the safe place for them. We're going to bring an organization on our second half, bring them on the line, and let them explain what they do when the kids come to them. All right?
Why don't you run to be a politician? So we know. Why don't you be a politician, man? We know it's going to be good with you.
We got to go on break. We'll be back in better on the second half on Coach's Corner.
All
See
right.
you then.
All right. No, you need to stop your mess, man.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rearview mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement, we hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
To life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner on the second half about human trafficking. We got on the line now, we're going to have Mrs. Leach from the GG House, and she's going to explain how her organization works for trafficking kids. Hold on. Ms. Leaks, are you there? Ms. Leaks? Ms. Leaks, are you there? Ms. Leaks, are you there?
Well, you're going to have to put her back on the next segment if she's not there right now. So, anyway, you have to call her back.
We'll call her. We lost the caller.
What I wanted to say to you was that I'm going back to organ trafficking, right? Mm-hmm. And when you talked about how many, about what they earn up to $150 billion a year for just organs. $150 billion a year. There are several types of trafficking. You know, there's bonded labor. You know what that is?
Yeah.
There's it works off any amount of money that you owe. Mm-hmm. You know. There's also forced labor, and there's also forced labor is when you work under threat of punishment, you know. And then there's child labor. Mm-hmm. The children work for nothing. Yep. They get no money, they get nothing. So it's really crazy. And a part of that is the removal is done in certain countries such as North and South Africa, Northeast Asia, Central America, and Europe. All those foreign countries, this is what they do. This is how they get this. Mm-hmm. This is how they're able to get all.
Don't forget about the Philippines.
The Philippines as well.
Right. Mm-hmm. You want to tell about that bill you was telling us about?
All right. So in Georgia, we have the Senate Bill 42, and what that is, it's for human trafficking. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words. So in September of 2013, state law, they mandated certain businesses to post a notice in English and in Spanish. The National Hotline for Georgia and the National and Georgia Human Trafficking Hotline. So I have both of those numbers. Certain places that they, it's certain establishments and businesses. It's several, but I only picked a few. The airport is one, emergency rooms, government buildings, bars, truck stops, and bus stations. So whenever you visit any of these establishments, you should see the National and the Georgia 1-800 trafficking number. It should be in those. And 2023, April of this year, Miss Marty Kemp, she worked to increase the fines for this.
Who is she? Who's Marty Kemp?
Marty Kemp is Governor Kemp's wife.
Oh, okay. Governor Kemp, okay.
His wife. So she worked to increase the fines. At first it was $500, but she increased them to $1,000.
When you say the fines, what do you mean the fines?
So if you go in these establishments and you don't see these this posted, and then you can call in, it's a number that you can call in and let them know that those fines aren't there. I mean, those signs aren't there.
Posted, yeah.
Yeah, they're not posted, and then they will send someone out there, and those
check on it.
Mm-hmm. And those businesses will be fined anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's great.
Yep.
Camps are doing something, huh?
Right. So real quick, the National Human Trafficking Hotline is 1-888 1-866-373-7888. And then we have Homeland Security Investigative Hotline number. That is 1-866-347-2423.
Yeah, we're going to try to get the Gigi House back online. We got disconnected somehow. We're going to try to get her back on the line.
Okay.
So what do you think we can do? I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think we can do, not that you, from the law enforcement perspective, to try to cut back down, knowing all the information that you know, what do you think we need to do?
Let's stick with the 4 Ps. Always remember the 4 Ps: protection, prevention, prosecution, and partnership.
That sounds like our 3 Ps we had.
What are y'all 3 Ps?
We had a show talk about pimps, pastors, similarities
I'm sick of
pimps,
y'all.
pimps, pastors, and politicians.
Those are the 3 Ps.
Yeah. So you know, the thing is, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm just thinking about what can we do as a community to try to be on point. How do we spot this?
Okay, so I got 5 safety tips that I like to encourage, and with our community.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was for the buddy system 2. Now I recommend 3 or more.
Going out with one another.
3 or more. Pay attention to your surroundings. Stop going places with these earphones in your ears, because you have to be aware at all times.
Absolutely.
And for my kids who are going to college, stop letting people know where you're from, because when they figure out you're not familiar with that area, and you don't have family there, that's another way they can get you. Share your location. Always share your location with someone. And women, me especially, I always, when I go to my car, my keys are already in my hand.
Right. And remember, don't get gas at night. You got to get
gas
in the daytime.
Yes.
Get gas in the daytime, not at night, because you get a gas at night, and even me being a man, I get gas in the daytime at one spot. I know where I get my gas at, But I'm just saying, for other people, women and men as well, get gas in the daytime. If you don't gas up, then you just can't go out that night. But you can't go to any different neighborhood think you're going to get some gas.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen, man. We're getting ready to take a break right now. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Elmer Horn with Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and we're here in one of our communities, and Sheriff Pounds is here with us. And Sheriff Pounds is very involved in his communities, and he come out. We brought out our grill and our smoker so we can come out and help cook for this community. And Sheriff Pounds himself has come out and helped cook with us, and he's here to cook and help these folks today.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the programs that I call taking my community back. If you don't get out there and get involved in your community, you ain't gonna be able to get it back. And the sad part about it, we losing our young men at such a pace that it's unreal. We got to come up with something that will help us with these children. Got to. So this is what I'm doing. I love it. I'm out here in the sun. It's hot, but like I said earlier, we're gonna do these until we get that gap between law enforcement and the community bridge. We're gonna bridge that gap, because we're gonna get out here, we're gonna shake hands, we're gonna find out if they got any kind of problem we can assist them with, and invite them to the sheriff's office and come to the roll call. Just come see what's going on at the office. Thank y'all so much for being here.
We're back on Coach's Corner. we're going to bring on an organization that tells where the women, what they do for the trafficking of their organization. We got Ms. Leaks on the phone and Ms. Richardson on there from Jesus House. Can y'all explain us what y'all organization do to the public? Y'all online, go ahead.
Sure. So Gigi's House was founded by Sabrina Crawford back in 2018, and we provide safe housing for survivors, which are teen girls ages 13 to 19 plus. We provide individual and group therapy for our girls. We provide a safe home for them up to age 21 if they choose to. And we provide everything from individual to group therapy. We provide life skills. We also provide mentoring for them. We provide homeschooling. There we provide 365-day-a-year wraparound services. So we provide transformational life skills for our young girls, and we want to see them go from death to life.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. How do the girls get to you? How do they get connected to your organization? How do they come there? How do they get connected to you?
They come to us through a number of ways. Some through law enforcement. Some come to us. A majority of our girls come to us through DFACS, right? And so we have a partnership with the DFACS and also with local federal agencies and law enforcement. And so that's how majority of our clients come to us.
Yes, hi, my name is John. I have a question for you. Is there any young girls that you don't take for certain reasons?
Sandra, do you want to answer that?
We take girls who are primarily CSEC, and what that is commercially exploited youth. So they have to have been human trafficked victims. That's what we specialize in. So if they have not experienced that type of trauma, those are the girls that we only work with.
Well, if somebody came that wasn't a part of human trafficking, could you refer them somewhere where they would be safe, just as safe as somewhere else as in your organization?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
How many people, young girls you get a year at your organization?
Well, year to date, we have rescued about 135 girls year to date from 2018 to now.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
There's a lot. Young women don't want to be.
Is the government funding your program?
Only 53% of it is state funded. The rest of it comes from community support, local churches, a lot of public service out in the community, local churches, and just a lot of community support. Word of mouth helps a lot. So yeah, partnerships out in the community, corporate sponsorships. And we also host a fundraiser. We host 2 large golf tournaments every year, one in the spring, and we will have our fall golf tournament on the north side.
Can you give us your number again, please? Telephone number?
Sure. Our telephone number is 470-372-8050 or 8049.
Got that, Coach. 470-270.
Ms. Leaks, I'm just asking, wouldn't it be, have you ever went out to the government or to your community or your councilmen and asked them for some support for your organization? Have you ever given any kind of grant from the city or from the city?
Yes, we do have grants that we have applied for in our local community that we have been able to obtain. As you know, especially with COVID and everything, a lot of that funding is few and far between. And so now that, COVID has kind of gone away, a lot of that funding is sort of coming back. And so we're in the process of reapplying for a lot of that. But yes, we definitely are working to apply for as much as we can.
Hi, Ms. Leaks. My name is Phaedra Thomas. I have a nonprofit as well. It's called Self-Made Beauty. And my question for you is the turnaround as far as the girls. Do you all once you rescue them, do you see the turnaround for like the same girl to come back, or no? So have you all run into a case where you see the same young woman who's been victimized? Because with the trauma that they deal with, I know that it's hard for them to get out of that lifestyle and stay out.
Usually, I'll help answer that. Usually, our girls can stay long term. So, in terms of turnaround, if they enter our program and they stick with the program, and they can usually stay, like I said, up to age 21. So, say a girl comes in and she's 15, she can stay up through 21. So, there's no set time that she has to leave. But say if she does exit out of the program due to reunification, or she goes to some other program like independent living, usually it's because she has outgrown our program and she is ready to go back into the community, and she's mastered a lot of the skills that were set up for her. Okay. We really haven't seen too many repeats. The number that Ms. Leek shared with you of the girls that we've served, 135, that's the number that have actually come through Gigi's House and lived there over the years. That's not even close to the number of girls that we possibly had to turn away because we didn't have bed space.
Well, my name is John. Let me ask you a question. I think I didn't understand something, so I'm going to ask you the question again. You have some young girls, maybe like 16 years old, they've been there 2 years. Now they decide they don't want to be there. They run away, just leave, don't want to be a part of that. Are they able to come back? Would you accept them back?
We will accept them back. It depends on the circumstances. We have an open door policy. Sometimes the girls don't want to come back to our program. We are what is considered a step down program. There's different levels to the CSEC community. Some girls require a more strict program where they may need to be in a more secure environment. Our program is more of a more leisure environment where the girls aren't locked up per se, but we normalize their environment. So if they require a more secure environment, we may not be the program that's right for them at the time.
Let's go Sharp. How do they get to a schooling? Do the teachers come there, or y'all got private teachers there? How do they get to schooling?
So the schooling is done through, we have a partnership with our local county, Perry Learning Center, and so their schooling is done on site. So they're homeschooled on site. But I did want to...
I'm sorry, this is Gigi's House, right?
Yeah, that is correct.
And can I advertise it on the air, the telephone number?
Sure. Yes, absolutely. We also have a website.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know that, and you said the only way that they can be a part of if they was a part of sex trafficking, am I right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And the ages are what now?
13 to 19 plus.
So I'm going to say if any mothers out there looking and their children are between 13 and 19 and they're part of sex trafficking, they can call the Gigi House at 470-372-8050. Let me give them that number again. 470-372-8050. Am I right, ladies?
Yes, and we can provide with resources and assistance to get help for that. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you ladies coming on, telling us about Gigi House. We appreciate your time. Thank you, Ms. Leeks and Ms. Richardson.
Our pleasure.
Thank you all very much. It was very insightful and very enlightening. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the work that you all are doing.
Thank
we really
you.
appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 They have a great program. They have a great program. They have a great program.
This is the crazy thing.
Go ahead.
The government is only giving them 50%.
Right. We talking.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
Okay. So yeah, I'm at awe with they're only being funded 50% when they know that this is a global problem and they're only being funded 50%.
But that's not from the government. That's from the state. That's state funded.
from the government, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
50% from government from $1 billion industry, for a $1 billion industry. I don't
Where
understand
does
the
where does the money
numbers.
go? Where does the money go?
Right, like,
Right.
the,
Where does
it's
the
just
money
not
go?
adding up. The money is not
So,
money.
so this is where we come with our politicians and congressmen in here. See what I'm saying? They're not going trying to assist it. They're assisting their own
Right,
pockets.
right.
And we constantly saying again, we got a problem here
Yes.
with trafficking, and where the money's going.
You know, everybody, let me tell you what I'm seeing. Everybody is an individualist. Nobody wants to be a part of anything.
Right.
So as long as it's not happening to them or their family, it's all right. But we have to be, as a whole, back in when I was young, here we go. When we was younger, we had your mother, your father, don't do nothing because there go Miss Allen.
The
And
community,
we
right.
made sure that it was a community.
Right.
Now there's no such thing as community. And now, let me tell you this. Y'all gonna be mad, the audience is gonna be mad, but I seen some girls with a little shirt on and their breasts hanging out. They walking through the mall.
Yeah.
13, 14 years old. And I'm just saying they cruising for a cruising. It's not right. But we have to, as parents, we have to instill certain values in our kids. We can't want the community to take care of our kids. We have to implement certain values and try to hold them to that because we brought them in this world. You know what I mean?
Okay, you know.
Charles Barkley said, "Don't look at me for no role as a role model."
But you know, I'm also saying, what's there to do in our community for some of these kids?
Say that again.
What's there to do?
Exactly.
We don't have nothing for these kids to do. All they go, what was saying. So
That's why, right? That's why that was my purpose of hosting my my event every week for the summer in my community because I'm like, you know, when we, like you said, coming up, it was event centers that kids go to for their outlet. These kids don't have an outlet. They're being raised by cell phones. They're being raised by their peers. You know,
They don't have PAL. They don't have after-school programs.
Right.
They have none of these things that are going to give them some knowledge and a foundation of what to do in life. They don't have that no more. They cut all that funding out.
Yep.
So where's that money going? It goes back to where's the money going?
That's true.
That's
true.
right.
You know, and then another thing about you're not concerned about your child until something happens to your child.
There you go.
Then they want to
There
say,
you go.
Can you fund me to help my child? My child is missing.
That's it.
But you wasn't. But what about the other child who was missing? What you do for a child that was missing before
Exactly.
that?
You
And
have-
see,
yep.
I have issues with politicians for real because they tell you what they should have, would have, couldn't do when they get in office. Ask them the next time you're a politician, what have you done now for these in here? They ain't gonna answer. I'm gonna do when I get in office.
Why don't you bring a politician on there?
They don't come talk to us because they know we wrong.
Bring a politician up
They
here and ask
know
them
they
the
ain't gonna come talk to us. We don't. How many times we invited them down here?
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
We did have a lady that was a politician before.
But she was an activist.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But we're not gonna put her name on there. But we're just saying that we should spend more money in these kids, more
'Cause they are our
programs,
future.
more after school programs. Why should you have kids paying for after school programs?
Exactly.
Or summer programs?
It shouldn't be.
Why do they have parents got to pay to go to a summer program?
Everything is about money.
Money.
Right.
Everything this
Money.
world is about money. And the money that's supposed to be implemented are going south in people's pockets. If you don't know about the program, the money's going south. We're going to split that money up. It's going to be in our pockets. That's just what and this is just life. That's not what it's supposed to be, but that's what it is.
what it is.
Until we get together, as you stated, as a whole and really put these politicians on blast, it's going to continue to go, man.
Accountability.
Right.
You're right.
Continue.
Accountability.
Friendship in politics is friendships in politics is friendship in politics. If I like you, I'm gonna vote for you. If I don't like you, I ain't gonna vote. It ain't about your qualification, what you done, what you did. You know what I'm saying? I know people out there in the street busting their butt down there. When they run for office, you don't want to vote them because they're doing too much.
Ooh, say it.
We're doing too much, but they want them in. Or it might be a female, and because this is my dog. Let me put him in the office. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? It's sad how all this is going on with these kids, you know, and we're not investing no money into that.
You kind of hot tonight, man. You doing your thing tonight,
You
man.
speaking facts though.
Woo,
You know, you are
preach,
speaking
preach,
facts.
brother,
Yeah,
preach.
this is crazy. He's
but
right.
I'm saying, I'm telling you all the time that, you know, I mean, as kids,
Here you go again, man.
when we split athletes,
ahead,
wait,
man.
when we split athletes, we didn't have to pay for sports. We didn't have to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
Today, kids have to pay $400-500
Yeah.
to wear a uniform or we're playing sports in school. So a lot of parents can't afford that. And then when something happens to their kids, they call the police. My child is missing. How many? They missing or they just ran away?
I want you to wear them glasses all the time.
It's in the glass.
Something about them glasses, boy. I'm just gonna
We
sit
going
back
to take
and
a
let you
small
go,
break.
man.
We have
Go
a young
ahead.
lady that's from right now is in the Virgin Islands, who gonna talk to us, and she got a program also about human trafficking. We gonna get her on the phone on the come back on a small break. She gonna talk to us from out of the Virgin Islands, St. Croix, and on our next break. We'll be back in a minute.
It's them glasses, man.
All right.
And you look handsome in them glasses, man.
We are.
Hi, I'm Chief Gary Sparks with the Douglasville Police Department. Today we want to give you some safety tips concerning traffic stops. Take a look.
So you look in your rear view mirror and see flashing blue lights. What do? Remain calm. Yield to the right and pull your vehicle over into an off-road area that is safe for both you and the officer. Put your car in park. Remove your foot from the brake and turn the radio off. Remain in your vehicle. Have your driver's license readily available for the officer. Keep your hands on the steering wheel, visible for the officer at all times. If you need to retrieve any items from the interior, explain what you're reaching for to the officer and avoid any sudden movements. Rolling the window down completely establishes a level of trust with the officer and allows for ease of interaction during the routine traffic stop. Be courteous and polite. Be cooperative and willing to follow the officer's instructions. During a routine traffic stop, the officer will return to his vehicle to run the tag and driver's license verification and complete a citation if one is necessary. Once the officer returns and approaches your vehicle, whether or not a citation or warning is issued, please remain calm, courteous, and cooperative. Sign the citation acknowledging you agree to appear in court, and do not dispute the citation with the officer. The officer will give you a court date to explain or defend your infraction.
Okay, ma'am. Like I told you, I did clock you at 51 in a 35 mile per hour speed zone. I did issue a citation, okay? This here is going to be your court date. I just need a signature from you stating that you received a copy of this citation, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Here's your driver license.
Thank you.
Along with a copy of the citation, okay? Do you have any questions or concerns for me?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you have a nice day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Following these few simple steps will help ensure a safe interaction for both you and the officer.
I hope these few tips help you as it relates to dealing with law enforcement and traffic stops. Not only in traffic stops, but in all encounters with law enforcement. We hope that all our encounters are safe for the citizens as well as for our officers. Again, we want you to be safe, and if you have any problems with the Douglasville Police Department, don't hesitate to give us a call and make your concerns known. I would add that Georgia is a right to carry state, and we hope that if you are carrying, that on these traffic stops and all encounters, please let the officer know that you are carrying. This will ensure your safety and our officers' safety. Thank you, may God bless you, and may God keep our community safe. We are one.
You're back on Coach's Corner for the last phase of our topic today about human trafficking. We have a lady from Coach Talk named Mrs. Crawford. She's from the she's in the Virgin Island right at this moment. She has an organization called Pink Boots. She'll explain what that organization does and how can they help the community. Go ahead, Ms. Crawford, you're on air.
Wonderful. Thank you for having me on. God bless you all. So Pink Boots on the Ground was founded in 2017 in Atlanta, Georgia, with my sister and I, Dr. Siobhan Fleming, and Senator Donzella James, along with some other great people. And we birthed Pink Boots because Atlanta is the hub of human trafficking. We have the largest and busiest airport. We also are the gateway to the southern seaports. So if you're traveling toward any of the seaports, you have to come down 75, right through Atlanta. So it's the hub. What we do is we wear pink Timberlands and we put the boots on the ground to enforce House Bill 141. And House Bill 141 says if you hear something, see something, or suspect something, you call the human trafficking hotline. and we created an app called Pink Boots with a Z that allows you to track in real time anybody that's being trafficked, and it runs in the background. That's what we do.
So if every time a lady with pink boots on, that's representing your organization?
Say one more time.
The ladies that wear the pink boots, they represent your organization, they all wear pink boots?
That is correct. Everyone wears pink boots. You can go on the website and look at it. We have 3 state Senate resolutions and 1 bill for human cargo on the floor, and we all wear pink boots. Yes, right.
And how can they get in touch with you, or how do you detect the women? Do they come to you, or you find them? How do they work? How does the program work to find the women?
We don't find women, honey. We find traffickers.
Traffickers, okay. You try to traffic.
Yeah, we look for those that are being currently trafficked. So during the Super Bowl, when they were looking for crack, we were on the ground looking for suspects, and we identified several human traffickers, and that's what we do. Send it over to the FBI, and they take over from there.
That's a good program. It's called Pink.
What's the website?
Can you give us a website?
Yes, www.pink, P-I-N-K, B-O-O-T-Z as in zebra.com, pinkboots.com.
Can we also share your phone number?
Sure. It's 470-572-3130. If you have been suspected, if you've seen something, or if you need to talk with someone about sexual assault or human trafficking, please give me or Siobhan a call. We have 13 people ready to answer and talk with you. We also had Clark Atlanta University, where we share a program with them. So if you're a college student, also reach out to Dr. Michelle.
My next question.
So much.
Are you getting funded by the government, or how are you making your funds?
I bootstrapped the entire agency for the first 4 years out of my pocket. You can get $10,000 for anybody's football team, but ask somebody for $1 for human trafficking and see what happens.
We just been on that all night on Miss Crawford, and we just said that they can bail money for a submarine ship, but they can't go find money for those kids.
Well, you know why, don't you?
Is it somebody getting kickbacks?
The human trafficking is a $475 billion. I didn't say thousand. I didn't say million. A $475 billion industry. We would be fools to think we can stop it, because those that are making the money and profiting off of it are too powerful. What we choose to do is mitigate it, and how we do that is we put it on a cell phone. So now we've leveled the playing field. Don't take no money, but $99 to get a cell phone.
What's getting me? You got the pink boots. We got Self Beauty. We got the GG House. We got all these organizations. We got all of them here in the Atlanta area, and not one of them tonight have told us that they get funded from the council, the city, the state, the government. They all try to hustle, make $1 holler, which is, I think,
Let me interject really quickly. Our resolution says that the 159 counties in Georgia must give us $1,000. We have yet to receive $1,000 from any of the counties.
Wow.
And that's in the state resolution. You can read it. SR 499. SR 432.
Ms. Crown, thank you for calling out. Appreciate that. Anything we can do again, we'll call you again. Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you so much. God bless you all.
All right, thank you. All right, and our last segment before we close out, we have a young man here. Our last segment here, we have a young man here he's a vet. Gonna tell about his situation, that why he's here and what he wants the community to know about him being a disabled vet. His name is Demetrius Franklin. Demetrius Franklin, tell the public what's going on with you so they know your situation.
First and foremost, peace and blessings to everybody out there. My name is Demetrius Franklin. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. Right now, me and my wife, and my daughter, we've been experiencing some transitional housing, because we ended up getting scammed by a company named Mainstream Renewals. They've been doing a lot of things in Atlanta. They've scammed like 17 different people. We paid our rent deposit and they end up scamming us and putting us out, so I know a lot of people suffer from that, and right now I got my wife and my daughter here with me, and we literally we're trying to raise funds, because my wife, she's a nail tech. I'm also a writer, and I have my own agency that I've been trying to get off the ground, because I am UI, so I have to, I have to actually like do things in my company so I can be able to make money and so I can put my family in a stable situation. So that's what I'm here for, and trying to be able to raise money so I can put my my daughter and my wife and us into a solid home, solid foundation, get a car, just so we can be able to you know, start getting back into some of the things that Coach has been saying about, because we do want to get in activism, and we do want to, you know, start doing a lot more things in the community here, because we just came here from California, so we're, you know, we're ready to hit the ground running.
As you know, as we close out, vets are not getting treated right. Not getting treated right.
Right. All right, so if you want to just tell people how you're looking for funding or how they can help you.
Yeah, absolutely. If y'all, I have a Zelle. My number is like 470-716. 3206, and also too I have a Cash App, which is Demetrius T. Franklin, which is the same phone number. We also are starting to GoFundMe online, so me and my wife can be able to do that as well. You can look her up, Jocelyn Allen LLC. She also has she's an aspired nail tech that works at Barber Bistro, so y'all can also hit her up at the nail salon. So we could try to do whatever we can just to, you know, to be able to take care of our family.
All right. Thank you, Demetrius, for coming on. I hope everybody understands that he needs help. We need to ask for everybody's blessing to help him and his family out. He got a young man from California. He's a disabled vet. He served. He gave you his life. Give him back your life. That's all he asked for, some help from his Zelle account. Help him out. As we close down there, we want to thank our producer, Felix Washington, for our show. We want to thank Ms. Thompson for being here tonight. We want to thank all our special guests, Butch. Until we meet again. To next week, we'll be talking about homeless again. See you again. Coach Corner is out.
Woo. Yeah, that's why I started. I was like, woo.
I look over there, and then she works at Barbie's, or she's a nail tech.
Woo! Hey! Hey! Me and Uncle Talk. From mental health to gun violence in a system that is losing. Police brutality, immigration, black business is booming. Education, prison system, corruption keeps on brewing.